What up, peeps? It's Gabe and Siege, and we're here to do our 4-month postpartum update. Yes, my baby is 4 months. Can you guys believe that? Like, where does the time go? So we went to the doctor the other day, and he is now 16 pounds and 13 ounces, 25¼ inches long, and his head circumference is 17 even. So he's a big boy. It's so crazy though, because we thought he was like close to 18 pounds. I mean, he feels very, very solid. So we were surprised that he was almost 17 pounds because we really thought that he would be past that. But he's doing really, really well. Some of the things that he's been doing, he's been really vocal lately. Like, he is like talking and cooing and yelling, and it's like he just discovered his voice. It's actually really funny because like we'll be in the car and he'll just carry on yelling. Like, at first you think he's crying, and then no, he's just chilling. He's just hanging out and exercising his vocal cords, and it's pretty funny. Like last night, I think Chad was watching the game, and he was just going at it, like just carrying on a conversation. So that's pretty awesome to see. We still do tummy time, and he loves his tummy time, and he has actually rolled over. You know, like a handful of times he's rolled over from his back to his stomach and from his stomach to his back. He doesn't do it like consistently. Every time he gets on the floor, he's not rolling over, but he's done it, you know, more than 5 times probably, and every time it happens I miss it on camera. Like, I still have yet to get it on camera with him rolling around, but I'm sure, you know, I have plenty of time to do that later. But yeah, when he gets on the floor, he loves playing on his mat. I actually got him a bigger play mat because his other one was getting kind of small, and he, you know, he wanted to, he would move. Like, he's scooting at this point. Like, he is, you know, scooting, like pushing off of his feet and going across the mat. Like, he's not going clear across the mat, but if you put him down, if I put a toy out in front of him, like, he'll scoot up to that toy and get it. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, I had to get a bigger mat because he was like scooting off of the little mat, and I didn't want him to just be on the floor. So I've got the bigger mat, and he likes that. He has toys that he likes now. As you can see, he's playing with Sophie now, which is his new favorite. It's like a teething toy. It's just like Sophie the giraffe. He really likes Sophie these days because now he can grab her and put her in his mouth, because before, when I would give the toy to him, he would, you know, hold it for a second and then drop it. But now he can consciously take the toy, put it to his mouth. He's a fan. You dropped Sophie? Did you drop Sophie? He's a little buddy right here. Oh, and he also has this toy, Scout. It's a leapfrog little dog, and it's the cutest little thing. Like, you can program, you know, all his name and favorite food, favorite color, and the little dog makes a sound about it. Like, he's a big fan of Scout. So those are like his 2 toys right now that he plays with the most. As far as clothes go, he's wearing a 3 to 6 month. He is pretty much outgrown the 0 to 3 months, so now he's like in the 3 to 6 month range. Most of those are fitting him, you know, pretty well, and some of them are still kind of a little big. So he's doing good with that. I have to like go through. It's crazy how quickly he came up out of clothes, because now it's like I gotta go through and take the clothes that he doesn't fit and put them up to make room for new clothes, because he just grew out of him so quick. So, you know, I guess that's what kids do. I better get used to it. He is still breastfeeding. We're still breastfeeding, almost exclusively. I want to say exclusively breastfeeding, because just like 2 days ago when we went to the doctor was saying that we could start introducing some solids, some, you know, vegetable purees and things of that nature, because he is now like reaching for food. Like, he is grabbing at my food anytime I'm eating breakfast, or anytime I'm eating anything, he's grabbing for it. And if I'm drinking like a bottle of water, he like opens his mouth because he thinks he's supposed to get some. So he's very, very familiar with food and, you know, what he should do with it, or at least he's familiar with, hey, this is what mommy and daddy do, so I should be doing it too. And you know, the first pediatrician that we went to said that when he starts reaching for food, that's when you know he's ready. And we actually just went to a new pediatrician for his last appointment, and I think we're gonna stick with her. But she said the same thing. She said it's definitely time to start introducing some solids if I wanted to. So a couple days ago, I went and I got some little peas, like peas and squash. And we've been working on the peas. It's only been like 2 days. We've been working on the peas. I wanted to make some, but my Walmart didn't have no fresh peas. Like, seriously? Where are they doing that? So Babe and I are going grocery shopping today, so I want to get like probably some carrots or some sweet potatoes so he can have that next, because they said, you know, go maybe 4 days to a week of the same thing, and then you can, you know, introduce a new food to see, just to make sure there are no allergies or, you know, reactions or anything like that. But we are still mostly breastfeeding. Like, I've only fed him maybe 2 or 3 times of the peas, and he liked them. It was the cutest little thing ever. So I was excited about that. I'm really excited to start making his baby food and doing all of that good stuff. So we're excited about that. I feel like that's it about him. He's just growing up. Like, he's growing up and things are catching his attention, and it's so funny. He's so easily distracted, especially like when he's eating. If his dad comes in the room, he's turning his head and looking, and I'm like, whoa, baby, hold on now. You still got mommy in your mouth, so calm down. But he is so distracted these days. It's like the craziest thing. What else? What else you doing, baby? What else do you want to tell him? His eyes are still brown. I believe they're going to be brown. It's kind of like a light brown, like not quite hazel, maybe just a little darker than hazel. But I think that his eyes are pretty much going to be that. His hair, it seems like it's getting a little thicker, but it's not really like growing lengthwise, not yet. But yeah, he's good. He's starting to recognize Oscar more, and you know, Oscar comes up and plays with him. He'll like sniff around him and, you know, give him a little kiss, and you know, he'll go on about his business. But the other day I caught Chad grabbing at Oscar, like he wanted to pet him. He like grabbed his tail up, and Oscar's very friendly, so he was okay with that. But it's funny because now he's like, he's paying more attention to Oscar. Like, what is that? Like, he'll watch him go, you know, from one side to the other side, and he'll just keep his eyes locked on him. So yeah, that'll be fun once he can, you know, start playing with Oscar. So he was sleeping all the way through the night. He was sleeping like 5 to 7 hours a night until like 2 weeks ago, when I had the bright idea that I would stop swaddling him, because I felt like, you know, I felt like he was growing out of the swaddle. And I stopped that. And ever since that night, he has not slept 5 to 7 hours straight since. So I asked the doctor about it, because I'm like, what happened? It was just like all of a sudden he just stopped sleeping through the night. And she basically told me to swaddle him again. She said he's just not ready to be unswaddled. So there's no harm in keeping him swaddled. He still sleeps in his bassinet, which is next to our bed, and there's really like nowhere for him to, you know, roll around anyway. So she said there's no fear of him rolling around in the swaddle. He should be just fine. So I put him back in the swaddle. This was 2 nights ago, and he has started to sleep longer, because he like stopped. He was waking up every hour, no lie, when I took him out the swaddle. But now he's lasting at least, you know, 3 or 4 hours. I guess he'll have to build back up to his 5 to 7 hours. But I was just going crazy, like, what is going on? I was trying to break him out of the swaddle, and then I was going to introduce him to his crib. But she said that as long as he's not sitting up yet and rolling over continuously, that he's fine to be in the bassinet, and he's fine to be in his swaddle. So we'll probably try that maybe like another couple months. I'm sure by 6 months he'll probably be ready to be in his crib, if not before then. So I think that's it for him. As far as for me, I'm still losing weight. I stopped doing Insanity because it was hard on my knees. I was having some issues with my knees, and it was too much for me, I felt like, because it felt like I was starting all over again on my fitness journey, because it had been so long since I worked out hard like that. Insanity is like no joke. So I'm like, I need to do something a little bit lower intensity, you know, something not as long too, because he does not let me make it through a 45-minute workout. No ma'am, that's not happening. So I started doing the Jillian Michaels 30-day shred. I just finished 30 days yesterday. Made 30 days for me, and then I've also been eating clean. So since I started that a month ago, I have lost 8 pounds, which brings me down to, I think, a total of 50 pounds, maybe 52 pounds. So that means I still have 8 pounds left to get down to my pre-pregnancy weight. So I have almost lost all of my baby weight. I gained a total of 60 pounds. So I'm almost there. I'm hoping this month I can go hard and be down to my pre-pregnancy weight by my birthday, which is on the 30th of June. So I mean, I don't know, if I'm not, it's no big deal, but that's just my goal, to push myself. So that's really been good. The 30-day shred has been great because it's only 20 minutes and there's like 3 levels. You start off at level 1 and you just work yourself up. I'm still on level 2. I haven't even made it to level 3 yet. So I'll probably do level 2 maybe a couple more weeks and then switch it up to level 3. But it's been great for me. I really wish that I could have kept with Insanity, but I think that's something I'm going to have to start up just maybe in a couple more months after I get my endurance back and all of that good stuff. I've also started running. I have started the Couch to 10K program, which it's just the app on my iPhone and my iPod Touch, and it just trains you to run a 10K. Which I believe, I think it's like 5.2 miles or 5.3 miles or something like that. So I started this program here in like 2010. So I'm finally just now about to finish it. I started at week 6 because I've done it so many times. I'm like, let me start at week 6 and just work my way up. What's the matter? So I'm doing that. I'm running. I'm still doing 30-day shred. I'm eating clean. Probably 75, no, I'd say probably 80% eating clean, and that has been wonderful for me. Like, I think that's why I have lost so much weight in the past month. So I did notice a little bit of a drop in my supply, so I have been taking fenugreek. I've actually been taking fenugreek for like 2 months now. I take 9 pills a day. Like, they say to take 3 pills 3 times a day, and you know, it's been good. It's been working, trying to keep my supply up, because I'm trying to stockpile, because you know, we'll be going out of town at the end of June. So my mom is keeping him, and I just want to make sure that I have plenty of breast milk for her. So I'm still trying to, you know, stockpile those ounces of breast milk. But I think I can tell a difference in the fenugreek. Like, when I don't take it and when I do take it, I can tell a difference in the amount of milk that I can pump. I have been experiencing just a little bit of postpartum shedding. It's not excessive. Like, I was expecting it to be like massive hair, but it's really not been that much. So, you know, my edges still look good. They're still intact. So I'm very happy about that. And hopefully, you know, hopefully I just won't experience it, or it won't get any worse than what it is. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you guys that I made the decision to stay home. I did not return to work after my maternity leave, and it was basically just a decision that, you know, Babe and I thought was the best for us. I didn't need to go back, and we were okay financially. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna take this opportunity to stay home with my baby, because I may not be able to do this, you know, when we have our next child. I don't know. So I figured, while I have the opportunity, let me go ahead and do it. So it's been great being here with him, and just it's just awesome just to be able to see everything that he's doing and spend all of this quality time together. Like, it's been really awesome. So yeah, I don't really miss working. I definitely needed a break, so I'm good with that. I'm good with being at home. I'm still generating income. I'm still have, you know, projects and things like that I'm working on, but I'm not working per se. Now I see why, you know, all the mothers were saying, if you can stay home, stay home. Like, I can't even imagine going and dropping him off at a daycare and him being there for 8 hours out of the day. Like, I couldn't even imagine that. I mean, sure, if I had to do that, then I have to do that, you know. It's plenty of women that do, but it's just, I can definitely see why most women that I talked to were like, if you can stay home. It's really been awesome. So I'm just, you know, I feel blessed to be able to do that right now. One more thing that I forgot to mention is that I finally put up a blog post about the nursery. If you go to GabeFlowers.com, I will put the link down below. I have everything laid out. I know it has taken me forever and a day to do that, but if you ask me a question about where something came from in my nursery, you go to that blog post and I have it all laid out. So finally I will answer your questions, where the chevron tutorial came from, where the chair came from, all of that. So just like I said, I'll put the link down below. Just make sure you click it and check it out. See, you hear that? He has started with this in addition to the talking, he's also doing this like fake cough situation, like, and he's like, I don't know where he got that from, but it's the funniest thing ever. Like, he'll just cough all of a sudden, and then I'll look at him and he'll like smile or something. So I know it's a fake cough, but like, where do babies pick this stuff up from? Where do they get it from? I have no clue. Okay, all right, you're getting fussy. You're getting fussy. Okay, so I guess that's it, guys. We will talk to you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.